Listen.
What's up, everybody? It's Brooklyn here, the OG dirty girl. Yes, that's right, dirty girl. What does that mean? That means we're gonna stretch our blow dry for 7 days. That's right, every day we're gonna do a completely different style. Today's gonna be the workhorse. We're gonna do a foundational blow dry today to set us up to win, but then every other day is just gonna be up to 5 to 10 minutes, and you're gonna have a style every single day. So stick with us, we're gonna have some fun, and you can be a dirty girl too. What's up, everybody? It's Brooklyn, and today is wash day. That's right. This is the day that we're gonna create the foundation to be able to set ourselves up to win so we can stretch our blow dries for a week. Yes, we're not cutting any corners here. So if you've got fine hair and you need volume, today's the day to use those products and tools to get as much volume as you can. If you're like me and you have thick, curly, or wavy hair, today is the day we are going to create a sleek and polished blow dry and create the foundation to be able to last all week. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, dirty girls, here we go. So wash day. I washed not once, but twice, because we're dirty girls, and conditioned one time. So I'm left with towel dried hair. I'm gonna take minimal product today. I'm gonna start with our Paul Mitchell's Super Skinny Serum. I'm gonna use about 3 or 4 pumps of that. Rub that together, start in the ends and start to kind of work that through. What that's gonna do is it's going to seal down the cuticle of the hair. It's gonna cut out any of that excess moisture and help with our blow drying time. Don't forget to add a little bit into the front. And then you wanna set your parts. Bam. All right, guys, let's do this. Take our blow dryer, high heat, high blow. Let's start in the front. Okay, once the front's done, you wanna make sure that all the moisture is removed from that. The reason why we start in the front is because the back is the hardest. There's more hair there. So we're gonna make sure that the front is good before we start into the back. Here we go. I'm gonna switch up my brush. So I was using a skinnier brush from the front. I'm gonna use a big one for the back. All right? Okay, this is typically when I get to the point where I think that my hair is dry, but it's not. So what I do is I give it a cool shot, and I can feel anything that feels like puffy or feels like it's like warm and not dry. That means it's not dry. So I'm gonna give it a cool shot, and here we go. Yep, it's not dry. So here I go. Listen, I know the blow drying takes forever, but once you get that good polish, that good blow dry, you get all the moisture out, that is gonna set us up for this part. Time for the smooth. Here we go. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start in working from the bottom to the top. So I'll take my fingers, we'll section off the bottom part. So that's gonna be everything below the ears. Everything else can just get clipped away. I'm going to be using just a little bit of a heat protectant spray. I'm going to use the Paul Mitchell's Hot Off the Press. I'm going to spray a little bit on that each section before I use it. And then the key point for me is I'm always going to have an extra tool. So I'm going to take my 413 brush I'm gonna take this into sections, and I'm gonna use my Paul Mitchell smoothing iron. I turned it up to 360. That's because my hair can handle the heat, and I got that hot off the press. I'm gonna start in through the base, and then I'm gonna smooth all the way, not just to the ends, but I'm gonna go through the ends. And just for a little extra polish, I'm gonna hit over again just another time. But I always have the brush in right after, so then that can set it down. Any of the oils from your hands can typically add a little bit of frizz right after. So again, pinch and pull so there's good tension right at the top. Then take your smoothing iron in. You're gonna go up under here. You're gonna bring down in front of your shoulder and go not just to the ends and then go fast. You almost wanna start to smooth down and go through the ends. One of the key points is don't snap. So I see a lot of people hitting it like that. That can cause breakage. So nice and smooth movements. Cool beans? Okay, in this top section, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this down and I'm gonna pick out the front, almost like this little cat eye right here. And that's gonna be more like my money piece or just that face framing. And I'm gonna do that very last. I'm gonna clip that and put that out of the way and do that final last section. Okay, so for this last section and the top, this is really gonna be up to you on how you wanna do this. I very much like when mine comes a little bit more in through my face and less pushback. So I'll kind of place that how I want it. Give that last little bit of spray. And then I'm gonna take this into two sections. So here is gonna be that first piece. That's gonna set me up to win. Don't forget. Put it in, put the brush right underneath it, and direct it like where you want it to go, and nice and put the brush to set it in. Just like that. You see how it just starts to bend in just a little bit? You don't need a curve, like a super big bend. It's more of just put it in with tension, put the brush right behind it till you get it smooth, and in that last pass, slow it down just a little bit, put the brush behind it, and go nice and slow all the way through, and then allow the brush to kind of just set it in. So it just gives it just a little bit of polish. You can see the difference. Just having that slight bend just gives it just a little bit more finish. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. I'll start with that front piece. Pinch right here to have good tension. Put the smoothing iron in right behind it. Direct it down, put the brush right behind it. Make sure that that last pass of the smoothing iron goes not just to the ends, but through, and then just allow that to kind of set in. And then you'll do that last, like next little last piece, last little face framing. Put it in, have some good tension. At this point, you did such a good blow dry, it's really that just little bit of polishing just to finish it up. And you can see that just wraps around the front edge. So then I can take a look at it, see how it blends. I typically do like one last little section to kind of marry everything together. And again, I do the same thing, just make sure that like you go all the way through and then just allow it to kind of set down. Just gives it that little bit of finish and that polish. Same thing. Put the brush in at the bottom, go all the way to, brush up underneath, go not just to the ends, but go all the way through the ends just for that last little bit of polish. Just take a little bit of oil at the very end. And whew, day one, done. Praise Jesus. All right, guys. So I am super excited that you stayed with me all the way through. This is day one. This day is the longest, but the most rewarding. So thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you tomorrow.